I sat down with attorney-at-law Davion Vassell, who provided clarity on the issue.
There's an act a lot of people don't know about. It's called the Trespass Act. Right? So under this act, the owners of livestock, goats, pigs, poultry, sheep, whatever it is, they have a responsibility to properly secure these animals, to prevent them from trespassing onto the property of other persons. And there is liability apportioned to them, meaning you get yourself liable to be sued if you allow these animals to escape and cause damage on the property of your neighbors.
So, your neighbor has a legal responsibility to control their animals. But what happens if they don't? What recourse to law do you have?
The law says within 48 hours of you finding out, you must let them be aware of it so they can do what is called an assessment to get a valuation of the damage that is done. So once that is done, the parties can, between themselves, say the damage comes to XYZ and you compensate the person for the damage that is done. If failure to do so, you can take the matter to court. So if the assessment is done, you can actually take the person to court and say, I've had this thing assessed and this is the nature of the damages that I've suffered.
And what if out of frustration, you take matters into your hands and the animal ends up dead? Would you be within your rights, or could you be in trouble with the law yourself?
There's actually an act in Jamaica called the Cruelty to Animals Act. A lot of people don't know that it exists. And in that act, if you cause pain or suffering to an animal deliberately, you can be found liable under the act. As a matter of fact, if you kill an animal under this act, you can be liable to fine or even jail time. We live in modern time. Use your phone to take pictures, take a video to show the nature of the damage. Right? And if you can capture the animal committing the offense, that's even better. Say, Mr. Brown, isn't this fluffy? That is damaging my, damaging my animals.
So, as Jamaicans say, it makes no sense to have your rights and giving it away. But before it gets that far, what preventative steps can you take? Make
the steps to properly confine your animal. That will reduce your liability. Also, there's an act in Jamaica called the Dividing Fences Act, which, if it's a case where you and I own property and part of it is unfenced, we have a duty to create a fence that is strong enough, high enough to prevent animals from crossing. Right? So that's also a consideration. Your neighbor and you should bear the cost 50-50 for building that fence, if there's none. There's a duty on part of both. Do you think if you have a property that's not properly fenced, that you can say, okay, you're fully responsible for this damage when you did not take the necessary steps to properly fence your property?
So, if this happens to you, here's what to do. Communicate, mitigate, provide proof, and if all else fails, litigate. And with that, we conclude this segment of Query This. If you're facing a legal dilemma, whether with a neighbor or business or even a state agency, let's get your answers. Email me at cmacneil@cvmtv.com with your Query This, and I'll help you navigate the law. Until next time, I'm Shante McNeil.